was really kind of wanting Darwin's big bag that he released.
Good morning, Appalachian Trail through hike team. It's day 48 and we are on the trail. We just got water at that little stream about a half mile from the shelter. It was a great night. We had our 1/3 done celebration with that wine I packed out, and I brought Easter eggs. We had some chocolate, and we had deer with us all night. It was really cool. And so now we're off to an early start. I don't even think it's 7 o'clock yet. The goal is to try to get, I think it's 15 or 17 miles. There's supposed to be a big river with some swimming holes, so we're hoping to get there during the heat of the day and do that, and then we'll see where we go from there. And I think we're on the BlueRidge Parkway. I think we bounce in on and off of it, paralleling it for the day. So I'm thinking you're going to get a lot of good views. So let's get going. If I'm not mistaken, that's the BlueRidge Parkway, and we're going to be going parallel and crisscrossing with it for the day, if I read the notes right. Yep, here we go. Not quite sure where the trail goes from here, so I went to find it. I thought we'll go check out this view. Here's the backside of Taylor Mountain on BlueRidge Parkway, and there's our trail. Status report, it's 10 o'clock. We've gone a little over 7.5 miles. We just passed the first shelter option of the day. It's off trail a 1/4 mile. I'm not doing any more miles. Got plenty to do. So we'll go up these stairs and continue the trail. Looks like we've got 9-ish to go to that river, so I think I have a chance of getting there during the mid-afternoon. Keep going, mishap. Keep going. $12:15. I guess I overdid it on sunscreen, but it was getting hot. 6 miles to the big water. Hopefully I can make it there around 3. Woo! Appalachian Trail, Virginia. Take it in, friends. It's about almost 2 o'clock. Stopped in here just a little bit ago to use the privy. They're very nice, especially when there's urgency. Now we're back on the trail. About 3 miles to the big swimming hole. We're gonna do it. Hopefully like 3:30. Be time to get in and soak. I got down here to this river at like around 3-ish. So I made really good time. I got all the way in. I don't know if you can see it down over there. Maybe I'll take you down there and look, but I got all the way in, like completely wet, my shirt and everything, so feeling really good. And then my other friends were here, and one of them got here just as a Trail Magic was packing up to leave, so they left him with a ton of fruit and chips. So we've been chowing down on fruit and chips. And then I was like, oh no, what am I going to do with the orange peels now and banana peels? And somebody who's just camping here, she came by and said, oh, I'll take that stuff. So a lot of Trail Magic. Then she walked back over, dropped off some grapes. So It's turning out to be a really good day. I went in just to the left of that big rock. It was perfect. There's a rock on either side I could hold on to and dip down all the way. Oh, it feels so good. So we have 5 miles to get to the next shelter, so I'm going to get some water. Apparently it's a steep climb, and then it's all downhill from there. So I'll see how far I get. It's only 3:30 or 3:45 by the time I get going. 6 o'clock, made it to the top of the climb. Checked out the campsite up here. It wasn't too bad. I was kind of thinking about it. Checked the weather. There's a chance of thunderstorms. I don't know if I want to be on a thunderstorm on top of a hill, so I'm just going to do the last 2 miles, go down, hang with the friends tonight, and then if it does rain, we can get off to an easier, earlier start and continue our journey. One more shout out and thank you to Kimberly from the last river. After I think I videoed last time, she came back through the bag of chips, giving us all chips and then grapes. A lot of good conversation with the other hikers down there, so it was fun. Good morning. It's 7 o'clock. We are day, I think, 49 on the Appalachian Trail. This 2023 through hike is continuing. Our through hike plan for the next 2 days is to try to hike about 22 miles each day. The reason is that will put us at shelters with swimming holes, so we might be able to go in. That's one benefit if it stays nice out. If it thunderstorms like it's talking about, then we all felt a little more comfortable being in a structure than out in a tent with trees falling on it. That third day from now would be just a 2-mile walk out to a road or resupply, and then we'll press on towards Shenandoah. 9:48, we made it to the first shelter after the one we stayed at. Okay, we stayed at Bryan Ridge. We've gone 5 miles. The next one is 5.3. And I'm guessing that's our stream down there. I'm going to actually fill up water down there and just save going off trail to this shelter here. All right, it's so nice to have a filter again. I got the Katahdin Be Free. It's super fast, it compacts down really nice, and it's so nice to not have to wait on those tabs. And now I can just drink all I want here at the stream and carry less with me. Now there's a mishap waiting to happen. Let's see what happens when I go through. Whew. Made it. I think it was you guys. I think you guys are the ones that held it up for me. Thank you. I believe we are crossing the BlueRidge Parkway without getting hit. Woohoo! Seriously, mishap. You just crossed a road. Have you been on trail that long that something like that is now exciting? Actually, yeah. Just a second. It's like 6 o'clock. I got like 5.5 miles or something to go yet, and I was just shaking, really pretty bad. I stopped up at the last hill, had the last of my snacks, and feeling a little better, but still got down here and feeling weak. So I did go down to get some water, and I'm gonna have supper early and see how I feel. It's a really nice place. Part of me just wants to camp here for the night, but I'm gonna eat and see how I do, and then probably try to get a little closer to the others and see if I get a second wind, or if I just need to call it early and camp somewhere. There's supposed to be thunderstorms, that's why I was trying to make it to the shelter, but at this point we got blue sky, so I don't know. Here we go. Good news, the eating helped a lot. I'm feeling better at the moment, so I'm gonna try to make it to the shelter. Saw this really pretty view, just wanted you to see it. 7:40. Still have 2.5 miles to go. At least I'm happy that I feel a little better from earlier. Finally got to water, and the trail went to crap. These rocks are making me really nervous. I'm slowing down to a crawl, and there's no place to pitch, so I'm pretty much stuck going another 1.5 or 2 miles in this down to the shelter, I think. Good morning, friends. It's about 7:45, so I'm off to a late start. In part because I got in really late last night. I think it was 9:30 or something like that, 9 o'clock. Just beat the thunderstorm. Literally by minutes. I got there, got under the shelter, found my friends. They were glad I was all right, and I just started putting my sleeping bag out, and it started to rain. The thunder was booming, and it just came down. And then a little while later, a friend of ours that was trying to tarp camp pulled the plug on that and joined us in the shelter. So I was thankful to make it there. So I was a little worried about my leg. One of the guys at the shelter was, I guess, a ultra runner, and was telling me which muscle it was and that I need to roll it a bunch. So I'm thinking I need to really pay attention to that today. And my feet are kind of banged up. That last section was super rocky again, just terrible in the dark. So I am exploring options today. I might try to catch a ride to town and take like a Nero, give my feet and body a break, and I need to eat. I think I'm really depleted, even though I feel like I've eaten more on this section. I think I'm so far behind. So there's that. If I get a second wind here, I might try to push, but it's late and it's 22 miles to the next shelter. There's another option about halfway there. So I just need to really listen to the body. kayakers saved us today. We're gonna get a free ice cream there later. We made it to the campground in Buena Vista. I'm gonna set up tent and relax, soak my feet in that river, get some food, and hopefully recover. There's a bunch of spots here under these evergreen trees. There's a pavilion where you can charge, bathrooms, and get your feet in the water.
Oh yeah, you're really on fun.
Getting a ride to barbecue.
Watch your back.